South Africa is a multilingual country located at the southern tip of the African continent, bordering both the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. The country has several attractions. Discover some interesting facts about it. Before the arrival of European settlers in South Africa, the country's territory was inhabited by diverse peoples. The earliest were the San and Khoikhoi, followed by Bantu-speaking groups such as the Zulu, Xhosa, Sotho, and Tswana. The name South Africa is a straightforward geographical designation adopted at the formation of the Union of South Africa in 1910, reflecting its position at the southernmost point of the African continent. The Dutch were the first Europeans to establish a permanent settlement in South Africa in 1652, followed by the British, who took control of the Cape Colony in the early 19th century. On May 31, 1910, the Union of South Africa was formed as a self-governing dominion of the British Empire, and on May 31, 1961, South Africa became a fully independent republic. However, the country's most defining political moment came on April 27, 1994, when the first fully democratic elections were held, ending decades of apartheid and electing Nelson Mandela as the country's first black president. The flag of South Africa features 6 colors arranged in a unique Y-shaped design. Red and blue horizontal stripes separated by green, with a black triangle on the left edged in yellow, and the green Y stripe edged in white. The flag, adopted in 1994 to mark the end of apartheid, is one of the most distinctive in the world. The convergence of the Y shape symbolizes the coming together of diverse elements of South African society moving forward in unity. The 6 colors, black, green, gold, white, red, and blue, represent the diversity of the country's people and the merging of its many different cultural and political traditions into one unified nation. The South African national currency, the rand, entered circulation on February 14, 1961, replacing the South African pound. The name rand is derived from Witwatersrand, meaning Ridge of White Waters in Afrikaans, the region where the country's vast gold deposits were discovered in the 19th century. The rand remains one of the most traded currencies in Africa. South Africa is the most industrialized and economically advanced country in Africa. It is a major producer of gold, platinum, and diamonds, holding some of the world's largest known reserves of these minerals. South Africa is the world's largest producer of platinum, supplying nearly 80% of global demand, and is also one of the top producers of chromium, manganese, and vanadium. South Africa is the 25th largest country in the world and the 9th largest in Africa, with a territory of 1,219,090 square kilometers and a coastline of 2,798 kilometers. It is made up of 9 provinces. Its main provinces are Gauteng, Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, and Limpopo. Uniquely, South Africa has 3 capital cities: Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. Pretoria is the executive capital and seat of government, while Cape Town is the legislative capital and home of the parliament. Johannesburg, located in Gauteng province, is the largest city and the economic powerhouse of the country and the continent, with a metropolitan population of over 10 million people, making it the most important financial center in all of Africa. South Africa has a more mature demographic profile than most African nations, with approximately 35% of the population under 25 years old. The country faces significant challenges related to inequality, but also boasts a large and growing middle class and one of the most developed infrastructure networks on the continent. The country's current population is around 60 million people. South Africa has 11 official languages, the most of any country in the world. These are Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, English, Northern Sotho, Tswana, Sotho, Tsonga, Swati, Venda, and Ndebele. Zulu is the most widely spoken home language, while English and Afrikaans serve as the primary languages of business, government, and education. South Africa is a cultural mosaic of extraordinary richness, home to a diversity of peoples, traditions, and artistic expressions that have earned it the nickname Rainbow Nation, a term popularized by Archbishop Desmond Tutu after the end of apartheid. Its most internationally recognized musical styles include mbaqanga, kwaito, amapiano, and gqom. In recent years, South African artists, particularly in the amapiano style, have achieved massive global recognition. South Africa has a proud tradition of producing world-class athletes and sporting figures. In 2001, Charlize Theron, born in Benoni, Gauteng, became the first South African to win the Academy Award for Best Actress. In the domain of beauty, South Africa has produced multiple Miss Universe and Miss World winners, reflecting the country's extraordinary human diversity and beauty. South Africa is a secular country with a Christian majority, predominantly composed of Zionist Christians, Pentecostals, Catholics, and Methodists, with significant Hindu, Muslim, and Jewish minorities, alongside traditional indigenous spiritual beliefs practiced by many communities across the country. South Africa has a highly varied climate due to its diverse geography. The southwestern Cape has a Mediterranean climate with cool, wet winters and warm, dry summers. The interior plateau is semi-arid, while the eastern coast is subtropical and humid. The country experiences summer rainfall in most regions from October to April, while the Western Cape receives its rain in winter. South Africa is generally sunny year-round, with over 2,500 hours of sunshine annually. Robben Island, located in Table Bay off the coast of Cape Town, is one of South Africa's UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It is most famous as the prison where Nelson Mandela was held for 18 of his 27 years of imprisonment, and where many other anti-apartheid leaders were also incarcerated. Today, it stands as a powerful symbol of the triumph of the human spirit over oppression and is one of the country's most visited historical sites. The Kruger National Park, one of the largest game reserves in Africa, covering nearly 20,000 square kilometers, is South Africa's most iconic natural attraction. It is home to all of the Big Five: lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, and rhinoceros, as well as hundreds of species of mammals, birds, reptiles, and plants. The park is the cornerstone of the Great Limpopo Transfrontier Park, one of the largest conservation areas in the world, shared with Mozambique and Zimbabwe. In the Simangaliso Wetland Park in KwaZulu-Natal, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, there are large populations of hippopotamuses, Nile crocodiles, leatherback and loggerhead sea turtles, and an extraordinary diversity of marine and freshwater life. South Africa is also home to the great white shark. The waters around Gansbaai are among the best places in the world to observe this magnificent predator in its natural habitat. In sport, South Africa is one of the most celebrated nations in the world in rugby union, having won the Rugby World Cup 4 times in 1995, 2007, 2019, and 2023, more than any other nation, making the Springboks the most successful team in Rugby World Cup history. South Africa also hosted the 2010 FIFA World Cup, becoming the first African nation to do so, and has a proud tradition in cricket, athletics, golf, and swimming at the international level. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe and like.